And hello to all my Cancer friends. I would like to welcome you in. My name is Scott Sagent, and today I'm going to be doing your free psychic tarot reading for July of 2021. Now today they have dialed in a love spread for you guys. So it's all about love this month. We're going to set it up like a storyline, so it's a scatter shot across all the different cancers. The whole idea of the storyline is to get one story that is a home run, perfect for you. There's going to be other ones that are not, and that's okay, because that's what a storyline is supposed to do. So the cards are already shuffled. I do that to save time. I'm about to bring you in, but before I do that, I also want to tell you about the Chakra Scrub. We're going to conclude the reading with a Chakra Scrub. We're going to go through your different chakras and see if there's any blockages, what areas are kicking good, what areas are not. So hopefully we can fix that as well. So I'm excited. It should be intense at the very least. So hit that like button, build up some energy in here, and I will bring you in here so you can watch. There we go. So these are done to save time. What I'm going to do now are my ritual cuts. It cuts the deck into 3 different pieces, puts them back together in a different order, and that satisfies the ritual aspect of tarot. Do that with both. And then they're ready to run. So let's get into the storyline. Cancer storyline. Good spot. And that's the end there. Okay. Now we have to group. We have to group my groups. Facing person, facing. This is by itself. This is by itself. Okay. We got a bunch of stories so far. My goodness. All right, we're literally going to do 5 different stories. Okay, I need more cards. That's good. Is this all in view here? I'm trying to let you see the madness, guys. Okay. Here we go. That's set. This is not. Sorry, taking a little extra long here because we have so many cards I have to get across here. This is the first time I've ever done 5 stories in a storyline before. But, you know, so many different cancers, so many different love situations. That's going to be as good as I can do, guys. That's a lot of cards in a big spread. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stories. All right, let's get into it. Let's see what we got. What do I want to get out of my way first? Just kidding. Make some room. Make some room to breathe. Holy cow. I'm going to start right here. This will be story number 1, Cancer. A lot of you have, okay, so story number 1, I shouldn't say a lot, but certain of you Cancers have been deceived. It shows that you probably are aware of this. Well, they're saying it's split. So there's half of you that realize you've been deceived. There's the other half that do not. They show that you've either been cheated on or the person that you thought they were, they're not. And now that information is starting to kind of come through. They do show a breakup. Hopefully, this is something you find peace from and you're not like really beating yourself up over, because this is not a good person for you at all. This is a they show inaction with something physical and tangible. So maybe you guys had plans to like do something together that didn't end up happening, that got canceled, or future plans built, buy a house together or something like that. They show an inaction with something physical. They show a sudden breakup in the Tower card coming down, so it's usually a pretty sudden collapse. You don't necessarily see it coming when it happens that way. But the factors, the stuff going on in the situation, you probably did see the writing on the wall. At least half of you did. So that is the cancers that we're talking about here. They're trying to get me to remind you that, to find peace in knowing that only love is real, and this was not love. This was not love. So you deserve better. You'll get better. I don't have any other information to tell you, unfortunately. That's kind of where this story ends. But just take things a day at a time. You will be okay. Find peace in whatever it is that you find peace in. A lot of times for people, it is family, loved ones, and friends. Okay, story number 2. They show that a lot of you are moving, they did show a king here. So this is either if you're a male Cancer or a dominant Cancer, because females can be dominant too. If you're a dominant Cancer, a lot of you are moving into a calmer area, a smoother area in regards to love. A lot of you have gone through a lot of hard stuff to get to this point now. So I think that they're telling me about a lot of you that are probably in relationships and things are improving and getting to a better spot now. A lot of you have families. There is a child that comes up in the picture. Doesn't mean you only have one child. It's just that there's only one in the picture. But so it's either the man that we're talking about here with the king showing up, and they're showing that he's in a pretty good position. Everything's fine with that. It's more of the past struggles that you've been through with this person. And if you're the dominant male coming in here, and we're talking about you, that's quite obvious. And if it's not, it could be, let's say you're a female and the male that you're with, that could also be the case that ties to you, and that's who we're describing. It's mostly the factors you're looking for is the context of, did you go through like a war to get to the point you are now? This is a lot. It's the war and battle card that comes up. So you've been through trials and tribulations and you've been through all this stuff, and now you're at a point where finally things are starting to get good. They show the clear your space card. It could be physical or energetic. If it's physical, it means like actually clean out rooms or get rid of junk, stuff like that. Probably a less likely definition in this case. It's probably the energetic definition, which is just clear your spiritual space and kind of like get rid of all the other junk that's just not helping your guys' relationship. And with that, I need to tell you about the full moon and the moon cycle, because the end of the month is the perfect time to get rid of anything you don't want in your life anymore. It's July 24th is when it hits this month. You don't have to do that on July 24th, but just any time toward the end of the month, that energy is perfect for you guys to clear your space, get some stuff out so that you can continue to move into a smoother waters, smoother chapter in your relationship. That's story number 2. Story number 3. They're talking about my cancers that are going through something legal, a legal situation. Could be child support, could be custody, could be divorce, something like that. They're saying that it is the king card that came up, but it doesn't have to be. I don't have to be talking about a male necessarily, but they're saying that your emotions are kind of good and in check. I like to see that. Just make sure that you continue to keep a good emotional health and balance. They also have the breathe card that comes in, so that lets me know that it's a little stressful right now for you. Things have been a little rough going at it. They don't really say. It may have kind of stalled. They show inaction in there too, recent inaction, or it may actually be affecting your work in some way too. This can really come up for either sex, so I don't want to tie it down too much. But I guess the advice that I can give you, no matter what's popping up here, if you're going through a legal situation in regards to love, don't let it affect your work. Don't bring it to work. And also to just relax and find a way to do what you got to do, because it's a process. It's got to run its course. Nothing is going to speed it up. It may have slowed down a little bit right now, and it's not coming to an end. I don't see it coming to an end this month. It doesn't mean it won't ever come to an end. It's just the timing. It's just not right now. We're not right here, right now. So that's what I have to say about that. Story 3. Story number 4, we're talking about somebody taking back your power, really kind of getting over. It can be physical abuse. It's kind of getting beaten up, and it could even be emotional abuse, but the card is usually describing a physical injury of some sort. So getting over an injury or getting over something in regards to love, taking your power back. So that makes me feel like you forfeited your power, or this other person had all the power and controlled you. Getting out of that. They want you to get out of that. If this is you in story 4, they show that the social card comes up, social, emotional health. So going out with your friends, doing things, going out for drinks, doing activities, classes, any kind of, even getting back in touch with old friends can come up that you've lost acquaintances with, or you've lost touch with over time. All that kind of stuff comes up as part of the recovery process of how to get over this injury, this situation, and taking back your power. You really have to find yourself, and you can do that when you're in a safe environment. So that's why they bring up other people and social, emotional health. Okay, Cancer, so story number 5, where we conclude. They show a message coming in, possibly with a younger person toward the end of the month. This could be one of the two things. The page represents a younger person or a younger energy person, somebody who's young at heart, if not by age. The other definition is message coming in late. So a message that's coming in blocked right now, or I view it in this kind of a setup toward the end of the month that we're reading, so the end of July. It has to do with a good credit message. I know that's not about your love, but it's obviously going to affect it. So this may be you guys buying a house toward the end of the month, or moving toward the end of the month. It's some kind of good investment. Buying something that's an appreciating asset is usually what comes up for good credit. There is some kind of business decision wrapped in this as well, so it's a little intriguing for me. It shows that it kind of could have you constrained between two different areas, or a little tight. And it could be, the tight could be the money. The money could be tight because of this large purchase or this move or whatever's going on with that. They do say that you're being guided spiritually right now. They say that your third eye has a big part of this. So you could be dreaming about this. So this kind of stuff can pop up in your dreams. That's the way that messages can come through in this regard. So a very interesting one to come up for love, because it almost doesn't feel like a love message. So it's probably like it just attaches to it somehow, because we're probably describing, a situation with more than just you, or with somebody that you love. So that takes care of all of that. That was the 5 stories. I know it's a lot. There's really only supposed to be 1 in there for you, and we spread it so wide against the 5. That's about as good as we can do. It being a general reading, it's hard to do, because there are so many Cancers in this energy bubble that we're sharing the energy with. If you're looking for information that's specific to you, I do offer those on my website, scottsagent.com. Now let's get into your Chakra Scrub. And the good news is there won't be 5 of those. Just 1 set. Real quick before I do that, let me tell you about the My Month. We extended the My Month program. It's a super, super good thing to get involved with. All you do, you get a free personal reading is what a My Month is. It's information that's personal and private just to you. So it's none of this Cancer bubble energy. It's just yours. We look at just your month. And you can get one of those for free right now in the month of July. All you do is go to the website, scottsagent.com, put in your email address, your first name, first initial of your last name, and like your date of birth, and you send that off. And within a couple days, I email you back your My Month reading. And the reviews are phenomenal on it. There's a link in the description. A promotional video. Absolutely worth checking out. It will blow your mind, guys, how accurate this stuff is. So let's get into your Chakra Scrub for Cancer. Okay, it's one of the situations that I have to revert everything back up because we had so many blockages, so they don't want me to get too involved deeply into this, but we're going to still brush it over because that is what they wanted. Your top 2 chakras are coming in wonderfully. What I just said about that story number 5 with the your third eye kicking in real good for your dreams, they show the star. So perfect, what we want to see there. Your crown chakra also overflowing, doing really well. Throat comes in good. New ideas too come in. So new ideas that don't, since it's coming up under the throat side, don't hide your new ideas. Don't keep them to yourself. Do something about it. Don't just say them out loud. Is what it's saying. Love message affecting your heart. Okay, I don't view that as a bad thing. It's just hopefully an improvement thing. Overall, everything is good except the bottom one, the root chakra. They show that you've just neglected it. It is that can come through health-wise on your appendages, also your lower spine. Your root chakra is your connection to earth too. So really anything that you can do to get out back into nature would be really good for opening that up. Also, there are guided meditations. The color red is a big deal. Anything, you can even wear red. If you're feeling funky in the month of July, wear red. Can't even beat that for the 4th of July. Totally didn't plan that one. But yeah, because as above, so below, and you showing that red, and it's even pictured in the card, red, can just help that open more. There are guided meditations on YouTube you can look at. I'll put one in the description. I don't have one, but I'll look up one that is decent and put that in there for you in case you care for that. Overall, chakras coming in pretty good. We can also talk a little bit about your solar plexus is showing very pure right now, very pure. So I don't know if you went through a detox of some sort, but that can come up. That can absolutely come up because that is your lower chest. So all your organs are in there basically. So detox comes up. Getting into a recovery or a cleaner state also comes up. Okay, so that concludes our chakra scrub. I did want to make a mention of the new moon, which comes in on July 10th. Earlier when I talked about the full moon, I didn't talk about the new moon. The new moon is when you want to bring something into your life and manifest it into your life. The beginning of this month is the perfect time to do that. It doesn't have to be on the 10th. Any time toward the beginning would be just fine. And the full moon energy, like I said, is the 24th, so that's later in the month. You want to get something out of your life, end of the month is a great target date to do such a thing. So I hope you guys have found this information well. I hope you have a very red, white and blue also, 4th of July. Hit the subscribe button so you can get all the future videos, and I will see you guys in August.